Hey YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles, and before we get started, I gotta tell you all a little something. Then we're gonna get into today's video content, which today I promise is about snakes. Yes, I know, still wearing the Snake Bites TV t-shirt, but I filmed the last video you saw about Brian the same day I filmed this one, and probably at least one more. So keep that in mind. We'll still be in the same clothing, but that doesn't mean we're not gonna holler out to a legend every chance we get. But speaking of legends who aren't with us today, man, we got to give a shout out to our boy Camera Guy Kurt. Camera Guy Kurt slipped and fell on the ice, and he can't hold the camera right now, which, you know, sucks for him. So Caleb is having to be Camera Guy Caleb, and he's not quite as good at it as Camera Guy Kurt. You know, we know. So if the video production quality or editing has dipped in the last video, this video, and the next few videos, remember, our camera guy, a little busted up. He's going to be back. He's going to be okay, y'all. And we'll get back to producing that same good quality we're used to. Just had to get some parts put back in and rearranged, and, you know, yeah. Just it's still apocalypse here. It's cold. It sucks. It's like -9. There's a bunch of snow. And the other two dudes have to work jobs. They got to go remove that snow. I'm the only fat ass gets to work in the office. So I'm not slipping and busting my ass near as much as they are. It happens. When you get old, shit falls apart. Sorry, Kurt. We love you. Can't wait to have you back. Now, on to today's topic. Today we're going to talk about your male breeders, right? And when, you know, do we use them, and when do we stop using them? Because I think that is something nobody talks about. We talk about pushing these males, you know, they're 500-600 grams, and using them, and sometimes, depending on things, sperm clubs, maybe even a little bit earlier or whatnot. But when do we say, okay, we're using this male, right? We're using this male, and one of two things is happening. Either A, he's not getting the job done, and we want to remove him, or B, right, maybe we have to pay attention to his body condition, because sometimes we'll start a young male and he just isn't really ready yet, and his body condition is going to tell us that we have to, as breeders, stop that. I can tell you from personal experience, one time, man, this is just being blunt, right? Years and years ago, I took a male and I was breeding him his first year. He was ready, and he was a good sized male for me. He didn't even start early, and unfortunately, he went off food, and I probably pushed that too long, right? I probably pushed that too long. I didn't rotate him out quick enough, and by the time I decided to rotate him out, it was too late, and he was kind of too far gone. And I may have, due to my mistakes and my inexperience, cost that snake its life. It's hard to admit, but we all have those things, right? So we're going to try to prevent that for you as you go through your breeding process. So let me show you a good typical size young male that is not currently locked up. And don't bite me. He can be a cantankerous dude during breed season. Come on. Come on. Come on. You're not in the right spot. That's why we're doing this game. Okay, screw it. Here you go. Just gonna do it that way. Snake knot. So this is the male. This is a banana black pastel paradox. And this is our female. This is just a little pinstripe female right here. Really cool looking snake, right? Kill that fly. Ah. Anyway, so this is not about what we're going to make with this. Are you going to come off there now? No, you're not. I'd like to at least put her back. She's not interested, dude. She just doesn't like you that much right now. There we go. There we go. Now we can focus on what we want to focus on. So you look at his size, you know, you can just kind of eyeball it. He's pretty good sized. I don't know if my scale's set here or not. It might be, might not be. Hey, it is. For one time we put stuff back where we're supposed to. So we'll give that quick check. I really like this male. It's kind of why I chose to show you this one. So when they're kind of, you know, fired up like this, we can always just kind of nicely calm them down. Because last time I put him up, he did try to bite the holy shit out of me about 5 times. So just to give you an idea on weight, I guess I should spin that around for you. You know, he is right at 550. So he is a little under 600 grams. Overall condition's pretty good. I can tell you he is a proven breeder. He did breed for us last year. He's just kind of a smaller male. So what is his workload? First of all, his workload this year, I believe, is 2 females, and that is it. The reason he has a light workload is when you're working a smaller male like this, you know, it's good to give him a little bit of a lighter workload if you can. It lets you rotate them off. So instead of breeding every week, you can have a week or 2 off in there to really kind of help keep his body condition up. So what are we looking for this male? First of all, is he getting the job done? Because there's 2 things I have to be concerned with. One is my business, right? If we're not getting breeding, we're not getting locks, and we're not seeing that anywhere he's going, and sometimes you may not see the lock, but you'll see evidence, right? Like we're pushing, we're doing the things we need to do, and maybe we're just not opening the tub at the right time to see the hanky-panky, and that's okay. If I'm seeing that, I'm going to let it probably keep going. But when you're seeing like junior high dance, you know, boy over here, girl over here, we don't even come together at all, I don't pull that out right away and say, well, the male's not ready. I'm going to give that some time. Usually I'm going to give that, you know, if we start breeding the end of November, or sorry, the end of October, 1st of November, you know, I'm probably going to give that till maybe mid-February before I say, okay, buddy, you're just not figuring this out. Hormones are in the room, everybody else is getting it done, and then I will rotate him out of the program for that year, and I will bring in another male. In that time, I will try other tricks. One, the old shed trick, different males shed in the tub, right? We can try that. We can also try, this one's kind of gross, but you can take a male, pop a sperm plug, wipe the sperm plug down the female's back, then put the male in there you want to breed. Sometimes that'll work. Number 3 is last resort, we'll try some combat. When we combat snakes, what we'll do is we'll put all 3 in the same tub, 2 males and a female, put them in there, we'll watch it for just a few seconds, or a minute. We don't let them fight, okay? Don't let them fight. Fight is bad. What you want to see is when they start trying to lift their heads up, trying to like, hey, that's when you're going to take the male out you don't want to breed and move him somewhere else, leave the little guy in there, and sometimes he'll feel like he did something and go sneak one past the goalie, right? So that is another thing that you can do as a little trick to get that breeding to happen. If none of that stuff's working, we'll rotate the male out of the program for the year and use an alternate male to get that breeding done. There's another time we'd rotate a male like this out. This is a great example. When you look at this male, he's not very thick, right? He's not thin. We're not seeing anything wrong with his body condition. I mean, you look at it overall, it's pretty good down there. We're not concave at all anywhere we shouldn't be. You know, we're not seeing ribs. Everything feels good. You know, he's not got that bad look. I would like him to be a little bit chunkier, if I'm being honest, but I can handle this size. This is also normal for him. You got to know your snakes. If I started to see his body condition degrade from this, right, at all, then we'd say, okay, we need to rotate him out. Sometimes we'll rotate him out for 2 or 3 weeks, make sure he gets a few meals in him to keep that body condition up, and then we can rotate him back in. Sometimes if the body condition is dropping, not just the feed sheet, we monitor the feed sheets too, but we see that body condition drop, we will move that male out. Now there's exceptions. This being a smaller male, we're looking at that body condition pretty heavy, right? We really truly are, because we want to make sure he keeps overall good, nice health. Not fat, lean, but not skinny. That's what we're really looking for. He does a good job. Sometimes, though, you can have a male who would choose, let's see if you guys are locked up. You probably are. Nope, you're already done. Like this male here, okay? Now this is an older male. He has got a little bit of shed on him too, pardon that. Sometimes it'll happen this time of year. We'll get that off of him though. What happens when you shed when you're trying to breed, buddy? Most of it's off, but a little bit there we'll deal with. So why am I pulling him out? Well, when you look at his overall body condition, this is actually the size male I prefer. This is my favorite size male for breeding. Good length, good girth, not fat. You know, I don't mind a big male. I've had good luck with big males, but these nice athletic ones are good. This guy could stop eating for most of breed season and just want to breed, and I honestly would not get concerned with it a bit. You know, you still monitor his body condition, but we know it's going to be okay 95% of the time, so you don't have to be as worried about it. I could give this male up to 3 females to work, no problem. I don't, just simply because, well, genetically speaking, I don't need him to 3 females. That's why. But we absolutely could if we wanted to. So the larger males, you've got a lot more leeway in, right, to worry about it. But anyway, that's kind of how we judge our males. See, Kurt doesn't yawn on camera.
I know.
Man, when you're back there yawning, I feel like I'm a boring motherfucker, man. You know, it's been more than 10 seconds, so I can say that word now. It's pretty awesome. Can't say fucker on YouTube in the first 10 seconds, okay? After 10 seconds, you can say it. It's the stupidest thing ever. I don't know. Apparently people who buy ads only watch 10 seconds of a video and go, okay, well, that guy didn't say fuck. We can put our truck ad on here. Dumb. But things to look for, mostly, how are they feeding? Body condition. Safety of the male. Especially on males that are below anything below about 800 grams, I'd say you got to keep a pretty tight eye on, right? Then for the breeding purposes, monitor those locks. That's why you see these green L's everywhere. That's telling me that male's locked, that male's locked, that male's locked. This male here is locked. This one I can tell you, this is a Hestia, which is a fire yellow belly being bred to a blackhead mystic yellow belly or specter. That thing just got its first lock today, and that's that male's first lock ever. Body condition's good, not a very big male. It's his first year in the program, and I was starting to think, man, he ain't gonna get it done. Bam, he's getting it done. There's another one that's a super pastel, super orange dream down there. That's the male I was originally going to use for this video because he is a small male. Like, he's a male that's got the age, but he's small. He's probably like 450 grams. He's one we are probably going to have to really closely monitor about rotating out. And we're even considering doing it early, right? If I open the tub, what's he doing? Well, he's not locked, but his tail is pressing up. They're pressing together where it's going to slip. He's going to get that lock. So I just shut that back up and said, okay, buddy, you're getting it done. But you got to monitor that stuff. It's important to check those multiple times a week and know what they're doing so you can be successful. Caleb, anything you want to add?
Nope.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. See you all next time.